What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to yet another AMC video. Now, here's the deal. We've got a few things to discuss today. Mainly three different topics that are unrelated, but yet they're related to AMC. Yeah, if that makes sense. And we are going to get right into the video, but before we do, all I ask is that you please go ahead and smash that thumbs up button so that the YouTube algorithm shares this video with as many apes as possible. And of course, if you're not subscribed yet, please go ahead and do so, because I drop content just like this pretty much every single day, and now apparently even on the freaking weekends. So we are going to get right into it. So first, let's talk about the Fed and what happened there. So in a nutshell, the Fed said, Jerome Powell, he is saying that he is prepared to raise rates faster if necessary. But what in the hell does that actually mean for AMC? Is it good? Is it bad? Well, let's talk about it. And by the way, I have discussed it with one of my buddies that does fundamental analysis for a living, and I'm kind of going to give you his opinion. Okay, now I'm going to warn you, fundamental guys normally aren't for companies such as AMC. They're not for stocks such as AMC stock. But in this case, even though some of the news may be bad, he feels that it may, well, be good for AMC stock. But just let me explain. Now, first of all, how he says that this Fed situation, okay, what we heard from the Fed today, will affect AMC stock. Well, he says it probably really won't affect AMC stock. But why? Well, it's because our good old pal Jerome Powell, when he decides to talk about raising interest rates, okay, point number one is this. First of all, the market prices in stuff that it expects to happen in the future, okay? It's forward looking. So this is kind of good for AMC stock because look at where we're trading today. And that's pretty much based on what Jerome Powell already said. We're looking for confirmation. Now, if Jerome Powell confirms that he will raise rates faster, oh my goodness, this is a tongue twister, then yeah, we may see just a little bit more damage, but we're kind of in that, we're kind of where it's expected to be right now. So if something happens to where Jerome Powell does not say, hey, we're going to raise rates faster, if it doesn't continue on that path, if he says something better than expected next time, AMC stock will potentially rise. Okay, so that's one piece of good news for you. But let's talk a little bit more about what's going on here. So AMC stock, as you all know, is not a stock that we are trading for its fundamentals, right? We're in this for the short squeeze. All the apes are, at least. So if it's a stock that we are trading because of the short squeeze or because we're expecting a short squeeze, then what we're actually saying is that the stock will not be sensitive to fundamental components of a stock because it's not a fundamentally traded company, right? Catch my drift? What I'm essentially saying is that AMC will not behave fundamentally because it's not a company that trades based off of its fundamentals. Anyhow, let's go ahead and move on to topic number two, which has to do with the investment that Adam Aron made, which would be a nearly $28 million investment in a 22% stake of a silver and gold miner by the name of Hycroft. Now, first of all, my buddy, the one that I told you about earlier, thinks that this is a complete BS investment. But before you jump on me in the comments section, let me explain to you why he also thinks that this is good. So here are the arguments against it, and these are the same arguments he made and why he says that this is an idiotic move, and this is pretty much a dumbass move on Adam Aron's part. I know some other YouTubers have expressed some of these concerns, but maybe not quite the concerns we're going to go over today in this video, because I've expressed some of them in previous videos. So yeah, here's the rest of them. Okay, we pretty much invested in a shit company, if you believe that Hycroft is a shit company. And if you look at, well, the history of this company, it may appear that it may be a shit company. It just depends on what you believe. I'm not going to tell you what I believe because I want to appear to be non-biased and I want you to make your own decision. But if you believe that this is a shit company and a shit move, by Adam Aaron. And if you're a fundamental guy, then more than likely you're going to think that this was a shit move made by Adam Aaron, because this is basically a company that's in huge ass trouble and kind of almost like a meme stock, almost like what AMC is supposed to be, right? So if Adam Aaron invests $28 million without even, well, as much as telling us or consulting with us, you know, just spending our ape money, $28 million on this company that's not worth a shit, well, what's his angle here? What's his end game? Well, here's what the end game could potentially be. We need more short interest on this stock. We need more shorts freaking shorting this company and then eventually being blown out of the water with some good news, right? But how do we increase short interest? Well, that would be by making poor decisions as management, right? Poor management decisions, shit decisions, such as investing in Highcroft, right? If you believe that it's a bad decision, okay? So if it's a bad decision, shorts are going to look at this, or people, okay, investors, whatever you want to call them, hedge funds. Ken Griffin is going to look at this and say, well, first of all, Adam Aaron is buying this piece of shit company instead of investing in his own stock, instead of buying shares back of his own stock, buying back shares of his own stock, AMC, which would increase the price of AMC shares. He decided to buy some shit stock by the name of Highcroft, which would mean that he has little to no faith in his own freaking company. And yeah, they probably aren't buying the story of his, hedge against inflation and diversification crap. They think, man, this dude has no faith in the company, and he's basically, saying that he's out. He's saying, screw AMC, screw the apes, which means it's open season on AMC, which means that we can increase our short positions, which means that short interest will obviously, inevitably rise. When that happens, and then some good news comes out, like all the news about the Batman movie that came out, that's all stuff that my buddy is telling me that we do not want. We don't want good news, because good news will decrease short interest. We need short interest to keep rising so that we can blow shorts out of the freaking water. So what if that's what Adam Aaron is plotting? Now, we will never know until Adam Aaron actually comes out and tells us what in the hell he's doing this for. We may never know. Who the hell knows? But another point I need to make is that the investment that he made in this 22% stake of this company is not significant relative to the amount of money that AMC has, okay, the cash that they have on hand. So it's a small position for them to take. It could lead to something very big, but if it doesn't turn out right, well, not much will really happen. It won't affect us by much. I mean, yeah, it's sad because I could have used that $28 million. You could have used that $28 million. Several of us could have used that $28 million and put it to good use. But, who the hell knows what Adam Aaron is thinking. But this could turn into a good thing. That's my point here. This may be what we want. Bad news, bad publicity, and shorts thinking that they can take advantage of us now, even though it's a tiny-ass investment on our part, on AMC's part, which could turn into, well, something big should the right catalysts come along, and there may be a few of them down the road that we will discuss in future videos. But I'm going to move on to topic number 3, which also has to do with AMC. Well, what do you know? So it turns out that AMC hired a data management company by the name of Catch today to figure out why you are watching what you're watching. They don't just care about what you're watching. They want to know exactly why you're watching that and not something else, because in the future that will help with the fundamentals of this company, and I think that your imagination can tell you exactly how it will help you figure it all out. That's about all I have to say about that. It's pretty self-explanatory. So this leads me to the very last thing that I need to say to you guys today, and that is that my data analyst guy I'm not going to reveal his name yet, but he said, hey, if you've got anything to say about what the hell he... I'm sorry, this is kind of funny. If you've got anything negative to say about what he's saying, he says he's more than happy to drive out here tomorrow and take any questions, comments, and debate anybody that wants to debate him. So if you feel up to that part, please make sure to comment. Let me know so that I can arrange for him to be here so that, yeah, we can get this show on the road. And yeah, that's about all I have for you guys today. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.